Is your faith shaken in him at all in terms of running Tesla? Is there anything that would shake your faith in him in terms of how Tesla's doing?
No, I'm not. I'm not worried.
Tesla has just recently made a new low. So in today's video, we are going to discuss a multitude of fast approaching catalysts that you need to know, and be sure to stick to the very end because we are going to discuss when we can expect Tesla stock to finally bounce back. But before all of that, all that I ask for you is to gently smash that like button. So with that being said, let's get started. Now, Tesla has fallen a little bit short of their consensus for their Q4 delivery numbers, but they still managed to deliver over 1.3 million vehicles in 2022, which means that on average, they delivered 2.5 vehicles per minute during this whole year. And this still shows a 40% year-over-year growth. And while everyone thinks that this is bad for Tesla, we can't forget that they still managed to increase deliveries year-over-year despite inflation, despite a pandemic and war. Now personally, I am not so much bothered by this as I think the market or analysts might be, because as many of you know, I hold long-term. And many of us long-term investors are taking advantage of this dip, including ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood, who has been buying the dip over and over again. But she could also just be trying to catch a falling knife, but more on that later. And obviously, the stock has been down due to a mix of Tesla's delivery numbers and the Twitter drama. And although the long-term perspective is still there, remember that there's always going to be bumps, ups, and downs along the way. But with a 40% year-over-year growth, Tesla's still on track with guidance. Now, in the short term, the stock market prices will go up and down for no reason. However, in the long term, fundamentals will catch up and the stock market will reflect accordingly. But the one thing that makes me very bullish on Tesla right now is that their demand just keeps growing. And I'm planning on holding the stock for at least the next decade, and Tesla is on its way to becoming a behemoth in the automotive and energy space. But as of now, there have been some concerns about Tesla's demand all across the market, but this recent data has proven that Tesla still has good demand for its EVs. And stick with me here because I'm going to be going over when we could expect the stock to finally bounce back. Because you see, even if the stock is down, the fundamentals are still there. And one of those things that make up the strong fundamentals is their Model Y, which is one of Tesla's most successful cars. And as of October, it reached over 800,000 units compared to 900,000 units in all of last year. And as a matter of fact, all of Tesla's EVs are doing well all across numerous markets. And in Q3, Tesla followed up a vehicle delivery report that fell short of expectations with quarterly revenue that was also a bit lower than expected, and that left investors looking for a more of a clear-cut answer on the debate whether or not Tesla is starting to have demand issues. But Elon Musk has constantly said that they have target to grow sales around 50% annually, while the company now expects to fall just short of this mark. And in October, Tesla's Model Y passed the top sellers in global rankings. That means that the SUV is broadly on pace to hit sales numbers enough to comfortably place it among the top 5 best-selling vehicles in the world. Also, the Model Y has topped new vehicle registrations in Europe for the month of September. It also appears that Tesla's 4680 battery cell production line is gradually coming along, because Tesla just announced that the battery team has managed to build 868,000 cells in the 7 days, and that is roughly equal to the battery packs of over 1,000 electric vehicles. Apart from that, we have the $7,500 tax credit that goes into effect very soon. And if you're still worried about Tesla stock being down, remember that Elon has always made and will always make us, retail investors, a priority, as he has said multiple times before. And the fact that he said this, that this would benefit Tesla shareholders in the long term, makes me believe that Elon not only believes in the long-term growth of the company, but he is also giving us a chance to buy in lower before Tesla does the stock buyback in 2023. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But think about it. There's nothing wrong with Tesla fundamentally. Tesla stock is only down because of Elon's selling, because of the Twitter drama, and because people think that Twitter is hurting Tesla's brand image. But we have to remember that Tesla has a strong cash balance. They have broken records every quarter, and even if they missed Q4 delivery numbers by a little bit, they still managed to deliver 1.3 million vehicles. in 2022. That's impressive growth, even despite everything else that's going on around the world. And I also believe that 2023 will be one of the best years we will see for Tesla, because here's where we could see to start Tesla stock turn around, and that's going to be during Tesla's 2023 Investor Day on March 1st. But why do I think things are going to turn around for Tesla stock then? Well, there are a few things that Elon and Tesla will be talking about, and that's Tesla's long-term expansion plans, where we could possibly see the announcement of a brand new Gigafactory. And I believe we already know where it could be. And I made a video on this already, so be sure to check that out. The next location for the next Gigafactory could be in Mexico. We also know from the man himself that Tesla's fundamentals are really strong. Not only that, but we could also get an official announcement of the Tesla stock buyback on Tesla's Investor Day. Apart from that, we might get the news that Elon will finally step down from CEO of Twitter and focus his time back on Tesla. But I want to leave you guys with this, and I think we've all been here and made big mistakes, and I think many of us are at a risk of doing it once again, and this is not the type of market to do it at all. This is actually the type of market where you make a lot of money, but mistakes can absolutely ruin everything. And these mistakes are some of the things that I have done before, and I wanted to put this out there to also remind myself to not make these same mistakes. Because apart from all the chaos that's been happening around the markets, one of the big things to always avoid doing is to wait on confirmation on the economy. And what I mean by that specifically is waiting for the economy to get better or to turn around before decide to invest. And I don't need to go back very far, but let's go back to the financial crisis, and this is exactly what happened. So if we go back to the financial crisis, the bottom of that market was in March 2009. But all the way through 2012, the economy was not stable and was not the best at all. And that stayed with all the media narrative until 2015. And everyone said that it was not the safest time to invest. It went on forever, and you did not have confirmation from the media that the economy was strong until about 2016 or so. And the bottom for the market was actually in 2009. So think about that. It's 5 years of just waiting and not doing anything. And typically, a regular person that just decides to listen to the media would have waited 5 years before investing their money. And that was while the market was going up and we're trying to get confirmation of the economy. So they should tell you that we're not going to get this confirmation that the economy is thriving this year or the next. And although stocks and crypto might look bad right now, this is where we create generational wealth. So if you're hating the market right now and you're thinking about selling Tesla stock, why sell now? And what I plan on doing is I will continue to hold. Tesla stock has been down over 70% year to date since last year. And even though they had an earnings miss, this does not mean that Tesla is dead. I am still looking at the bigger picture and plan on accumulating while we continue to see these prices. So I want you to let me know down in the comments below, have you been buying the dip or have you sold? And will you ever invest in Tesla again? Well, let me know down in the comments below. Also, do not forget to give this video a like and subscribe, and also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time.